It's a really useful review of Shadow of Mordor. Yay! Shadow of Mordor is a game set in the universe of the works of J.K. Rowling, and it's pretty good, I reckon. Now, to be totally honest, I weren't really paying that much attention to the story, but from what I gather, you played as Mel Gibson and that ghost from Lethal Weapon, as they tried to fight Sauron, who's got diplomatic immunity on account of being a giant eye or something.
I'm too old for this shit, Mordor, because I'm a ghost.
For some reason they didn't bother asking Joe Pesci back for this one, so for some reason they brought in Wayne Rooney, and I may be reading a bit much into this, but it seemed like he spent most of the time trying to bang you because you're old and you've got really long hair. I don't know. Then there's also this bloke, and this bloke, and this one, and this prick. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. And there's also your mum. There's loads of people, and to be totally honest, I stopped paying attention to anyone after a while because none of the main characters actually did anything, so what was the point? Look, like, if you've had one too many, I'm just going to carry it. Oh, Jesus Christ, how much do you weigh? I thought it was really weird as well, because instead of getting Mel Gibson to do his own voice, they got someone called Troy Baker to do it instead. I mean, I thought they'd get Nolan North to do it, but this Baker bloke is apparently better at playing bland white men whose sole characterisation revolves around the loss of family members. And, you know, North's more into Saki gits who casually commit genocide, so I guess it was a tough choice between them, you know? I don't really think this actually came up in the game, but I guess the main character's a bit forgetful because people are constantly whispering stuff to him during all the loading screens.
Talia. Could you get us a pint of semi-skimmed?
So you get to whiz around and use all these cool ghost powers, but people don't seem to be all that afraid of you. I mean, I reckon it's because they've had to deal with all the ghosts themselves rather than getting like the Ghostbusters in, because the game's set in the West Country, so nobody there has phones. I also really like the way that the combat pits you against like 20 ugly fucks at once, because it reminds me of going to Dartford on literally any day of the week. Lads on tour, lads on... There was also a bit in the game where I'm not sure if the game went mental on me, or whether like my mate Dave had accidentally put mushrooms in my risotto again, but it was well cool.
Dude, I'm totally freaking out right now, this is like so trippy.
They've also tried like really hard to get like the music sounding like, you know, all the books that it was based on, and you know, I reckon it sounds quite good. Like, I'm gonna turn myself down so you can give it a listen, yeah? Da 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 da. Overall, yeah, it's pretty alright, I guess. 8 out of 10. Go give it a play. Also, subscribe or whatever if that's a thing you do, and I hope you enjoyed this really useful review. Hey, I rhymed. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Yeah. Go like me. Da-na-na-na-na-na, boom, boom. So you get to whiz around and use all these cool goose powers, but what the fuck was that?